This is Faysal Crossift Magnolia, Coaches Development Lesson 5, Scaling. So today what we're doing is we got 5 rounds for time, 100 double unders, and 10 bar muscle ups. The stimulus is going to be somewhere between 12 to 17 minutes. We're going to be scaling today for beginner, intermediate, and for someone who's injured. And today we're going to look at injury. We'll just say they have an upper extremity injury. Let's say we'll just go with a shoulder injury. In reading the lesson, obviously the beginner, someone is fairly new to CrossFit with very little athletic background. Intermediate, they've been doing CrossFit for a while, but they really sometimes can or cannot do, most of the times they cannot do the RX, and obviously someone with injured. So in looking at this, for the 100 double unders, obviously we're looking somewhere between a minute to a minute 15. So for a beginner, we're gonna just start them on single unders and just see how well they do with that. Obviously we could even scale that even further and just have them do just jumping in place. For the intermediate, if they cannot do that within the time frame, I'm going to have them still practicing double unders maybe for a minute, so they could practice double unders for a minute to maybe, we'll just leave it at a minute. And obviously someone who's injured with the shoulder, I may have them, if depending on how the impact is, we could just have them jumping in place. Again, we can go for 100 reps that way. On the bar muscle ups, we have quite a bit of variation. Obviously for a beginner, we're going to try to go with some form of pull-up. Obviously we could do assisted pull-ups, we could do jumping pull-ups, we can do negatives. Again, I just have to, while we're warming them up, that's something I'm really going to look at. So there's quite a bit of variation here, in my opinion, just depending on their background and what they're able to do. I would probably at least see how they do on with maybe like even just a jumping pull-up. Then intermediate, again, if they're able, depending on how well they are intermediate, again, there's quite a, let me just put in jumping pull up here. On the intermediate, again, there's variations. If they do have a bar muscle ups, then I'm gonna have them practice, maybe just do 1 or 2, 3, 1 to 3 bar muscle ups in that time frame. If they cannot do bar muscle up, then I may drop it down to chest to bar. If they're really cannot really do any chest to bar, then we're practicing pull-ups. Hopefully if they're intermediate, they're able to do pull-ups. On the injury, obviously if they do have shoulder injury, we're not going to have them do any kind of rig work. I may have them do bent over rows on that one good arm. So obviously for the 10 bar muscle ups, usually should take them hopefully no more than a minute. So on the injury one, I'll have them do 10 rows, dumbbell rows, maybe a moderate weight. On here, again, either I'm scaling down to a bar muscle up, whether it's 1 to 3 reps. If they can't, then I'll have them do chest to bar, do 10 of those. If they can't do that, then we could have pull-ups or 10 of those. And that's it.